Today we're going to learn about word problems, long division, order of operations, and multiples. So let's get started. We're going to start off with word problems. We're going to do number 2 together. Number 2 says, a music store is having its Black Friday sale. The store will give $5 off for the second item a customer purchases. Emma wants to buy a pair of headphones for $25 and a CD for $18.50. How much does she need to pay in total? So let's write down what we know. So we know that the store will give us $5. So it's going to be minus $5 for the second item, right? So we write that down. That's one of the information that we have right now. And then the second information that we were given was that a pair of headphones was the first item that she, let's write subtract from the second item. Now, and then it says that headphones were $25, right? And that was the first item that was mentioned. So that's where we're gonna put that as our first item. And then it says that the CD was $18.50. And that's going to be our second item. And we need to find out the total amount. So we need to find out how much Emma pays in total. So we know that we need to find total amount for the headphones and the CD, right? But it also says that since it's Black Friday and there's a sale, the second item will be $5 off. And we already know that the second item was right here, the CD, right? So and it says that the CD was $18.50. So we're gonna subtract $5 from $18.50. So 18.50 minus 5.00 it's just 5.31. So we're left with $13.50. That's the new amount for the CD, or price for the CD. And then we're just going to add $13.50 with $25. And that's how we'll get our total. So we get 0, 5, and then we bring down the decimal, and then 3 plus 5 is 8, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So our total that Emma pays, let's write it down, Emma pays a total of, $38.50. Let's highlight that so that you know that this is your final answer. $38. Oops, that's a bit dirty. $38.50. And that's going to be your answer for number 2. Let's move on to long division. We're going to do number 5 together. I chose 5,910 divided by 4. So we're going to set it up. So we have 4 on the outside, and then we're going to have 5,910 on the inside since it's on top. So we need to find out 4 that goes into 5, and we know that it does because 4 times 1 equals 8, right? But 4 times 1 equals 4, but 4 times 2 equals 8, and 8 cannot go into 5, but 4 can. So we're gonna put 1. Oops, and then we're gonna subtract 5. We're gonna subtract 4 from 5, and we get 1. And then we bring down the 9, and we get 19. Now once again, 4 times 2 equals 8, and 4 times 3 equals 12. Let's try going another one up. 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, we can still go a little bit up. 4 times 5 equals 20. 20 cannot go into 19, so we're going to have to go with 4, right? So we're going to get 4 right there, and 4 times 4 is what? 16, so we're bringing down 16 right there, and we get 19 minus 16, which gives us 3. And then we're going to bring down the 1, which make it longer. We're going to bring down the 1. Oops, it's a bit too long. We're going to bring down the 1 right there. Now, we know that 4 times 5 equals 20, so let's try 4 times 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. Okay, we can go a little bit higher. 4 times 7 equals 28. Okay, let's try one more. 4 times 8 equals 32, and that's a little bit too high, right? So we're going to stick with 7. And 7 times 4 equals 28. So we're going to do 28, we're going to do 31 minus 28, and we get 11 here, and we get a 2 here. The 2's cancel out with the 0. 11 minus 8 equals 3. So we're going to bring down the 10 right here. And when we do, not the 10, we're going to bring down the 0, I'm sorry. And then we get 30. So we said that the highest 4 times 7 equals 28, but 4 times 8 equals 32. So we're going to go with 7 again. So we're going to get 28 once again. And 30 minus 28 equals 2. And 2 is our remainder. Usually we will put decimals and keep going, but for this one, they say they want the remainders, so we're going to leave the remainder. So our answer for number 5 will be, let's write it down, 5 will be 1,477 with a remainder of 2. Now let me check my answer. No, that was number 5. So let's check my answer. 1,477 with a remainder of 2. That's correct. That's correct. So let's highlight our answer right there. This is our final answer. And then we're going to move on to order of operations. So remember, once again, the order of operations is, oops, let's change this in case I forget. So the order of operations is what? PEMDAS, right? PEMDAS. Or in order to memorize the order, you could say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally or Sam. And then P stands for parentheses, right? E stands for exponents, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, S stands for subtraction. And that's the order that you have to follow when you get equations. So we're going to do number 3 together. Number 3 gave us, let's make this a little bit longer. Number 3 gave us 2 times 9 plus 8 times parentheses 5 plus 35. So if we're going to follow order of operations, we have to start with P, right? And P stands for parentheses, and we have parentheses right there. So when we follow the PEMDAS order, we get 2 times 9 plus 8 times 40, because 5 plus 35 is 40. Now we're gonna go along. We don't have exponents, so we're gonna skip to multiplication. And we see that there's multiple parts of multiplication, right? So we're gonna go from left to right. So 2 times 9 is what? 18, and then we get plus 8 times 40. And once again, we're going to do PEMDAS, and before addition is multiplication, so we do 18 plus, and then we do 8 times 40. So 40 times 8 is 0, and then 32. So we'll get 18 plus, that's not what I meant to do, right here, plus 320. So once we add that all together, let's do it again, 320 plus 18 is 338. And that's our final answer for number 2. You just have to remember this order right here, PEMDAS. And remember that in some cases, when there's like a multiplication and division in the same equation, then you just go left to right. The same goes for addition and subtraction. Now we're going to do multiples. So I searched up the definition of multiples, and it says that it's a number that can be divided by another number without a remainder, right? So basically we just need to multiply, we're going to do number 7 together. So we just need to multiply 7 by all multiples, the first 5 multiples of 7. So let's write it down. Number 7, I'm gonna like list it out for you. So we're gonna start off with 7 times 1 equals blank, and then it goes on. 7 times 2 equals blank, and then 7 times 3 equals blank, and 7 times 4 equals blank, and 7 times 5 equals blank. So we're gonna start off with 1. So we know that 7 times 1 is just 7, right? And then we know that 7 times 2 is just 14. And then 7 times 3 is just what? 21. And then, and then 7 times 4 is just 28. And 7 times 5 is 35. So for number 7, your final answer will be in order. It will be 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. Oops, I meant 35. That's going to be your final answer for number 7. And just in case, let's check our answers. Number 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Exactly, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this helped you a bit.